Right, listen up. You think you know what you're eating? You pop down to the shop, you grab your bits and pieces, you think it's all fine and dandy. Let me tell you something, you're in for a bloody shock. Some of the food you shovel into your mouths without a second thought has a backstory so disgusting, so utterly vile it would make a donkey gag. We're going to peel back the plastic wrapping and expose the horrifying, stomach-churning truth behind some of your favorite everyday foods. What you're about to see is not for the faint of heart. My name is Albert, and welcome to Unknown Facts. Before we dive into this chamber of horrors, I need you to be prepared. And while you're at it, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button and give this video a like. Trust me, after what you're about to learn, you'll want to be the first to know what other secrets we uncover. Now let's get started, you donkeys. Let's start with a classic, the humble hot dog. You see it at the ballpark, at a barbecue, and you think, simple, delicious. Simple, delicious? You bloody idiot. It's a sausage of shame. What you're actually eating is a horrifying concoction of what's left over after all the decent cuts have been taken. Pork, beef, chicken, the trimmings, the fat, the skin, the lips, the snouts, all the bits that would normally be thrown in the bin. They take this disgusting slurry of animal garbage and call it meat trimmings. They chuck this pile of slop into a massive industrial grinder. It gets pulverized into a grotesque pink emulsified paste. To this meaty slime, they add a ton of water, corn syrup for that cheap sweetness, and a cocktail of preservatives like sodium nitrite to keep it from turning grey and rotting on the shelf. Oh, the chicken nugget, a kid's favorite. A quick, easy meal. It's a disgrace, that's what it is. You think you're getting lovely, tender pieces of chicken breast. Wake up and smell the ammonia. What you're often getting is something called mechanically separated chicken. That's a fancy term for a carcass that's been blasted with high-pressure water, scraping every last bit of tissue, skin, nerves, blood vessels off the bone. The result is a pink, frothy slime that barely resembles meat. This poultry paste is treated with chemicals to kill bacteria. They add fillers like cornstarch and soy protein because there's barely any real chicken left. Then they add artificial flavorings to make it taste edible. The whole mess is pressed into those familiar uniform shapes. The boot, the bell, the ball, they're shaped that way so you don't realize you're eating processed sludge. Look at this, that wobbly, colourful dessert you loved as a child, jelly jello, whatever you want to call it. It seems so innocent, doesn't it? Just a bit of sugary fun. Fun? It's made from boiled bones. Gelatin is a protein derived from boiling the skin, tendons, ligaments, and bones of pigs and cattle. It's a product of the slaughterhouse floor. The process is utterly medieval. Now this one really gets my goat. Processed cheese, those perfectly square orange slices that melt without separating. You call that cheese? That's not cheese, you donut. It's made from the rejects, the odds and ends, the leftover scraps. To make it smooth and uniform, they add emulsifiers, sodium citrate, potassium phosphate. Industrial salts bind the fat and water together, preventing separation and giving that perfect melt. Mushrooms, a wonderful earthy ingredient, but what about the ones in a can? To stop this, the mushrooms destined for a can are put through hell. The real horror is the chemical wash they get. They are often treated with bleaching agents or sulfites, so that pale, slightly rubbery mushroom you pull out of a can is a shadow of its former self. It's been boiled, bleached, and brined into submission. Imitation crab meat, you see it in cheap sushi rolls, in seafood salads. There is not a single shred of actual crab in it. What it's actually made from is a fish paste called surimi. It's made from cheap white fish like pollock. The final insult is the color. Machines paint the outside with red dye, orange dye. Sometimes that dye is cochineal extract from crushed insects. Ice cream, a simple pleasure. Cream, sugar, milk, right? Wrong, you muppet. The stuff you buy in those big tubs is often more science project than dessert. First, stabilizers. Guar gum, carrageenan, locust bean gum. And the worst part, some cheaper brands have been found to use propylene glycol, a component of antifreeze. Antifreeze in your ice cream! You think you're being healthy, don't you? Grabbing a bag of pre-washed, ready-to-eat salad. Do you have any idea what pre-washed actually means? It means it's been through a chemical car wash. These delicate greens are washed in a bath of chlorine. Yes, the same chemical you use to disinfect your swimming pool or bleach your toilet. Maraschino cherries. That bright, almost radioactive red cherry on your cocktail. It's a complete and utter chemical lie. They put them through a brutal, multi-step chemical process. First, The cherries are bleached. They're soaked in a brine bath. Then comes the iconic color. Machines inject bright red dye into the mix. Often it's red number 40, a petroleum-derived dye, a fast food burger, quick, cheap, and satisfying, or is it? To kill off bacteria like E. coli, some producers use a process involving ammonia. Yes, ammonia, the chemical you use for cleaning floors. These patties are often made from a blend of meat from hundreds, sometimes thousands of different cows. Gummy bears, gummy worms, all those chewy, fruity candies. Kids absolutely love them. They're just like those wobbly desserts, the main ingredient is gelatin. So as you chew on that sweet little gummy bear, you are, in fact, chewing on rendered animal parts. That vibrant color comes from artificial food dyes like red number 40, yellow number 5, blue number 1. These dyes are derived from petroleum and have been linked to health concerns. The frozen dinner, the pinnacle of convenience. But it's also the pinnacle of industrial food processing. It's a symphony of preservatives, artificial ingredients, and sodium. These meals are designed to survive a nuclear winter in your freezer. The sodium content? Off the charts. One frozen dinner can exceed your entire recommended daily sodium. Bottled lemon juice. You keep it in the fridge for a quick squeeze. It's just lemon juice, right? Most of the stuff you buy is made from concentrate. They heat the juice to evaporate water, creating a thick syrup. But this destroys the fresh flavor and vitamins. To make it taste like lemon again, they add artificial flavor and preservatives. It's a flavor imposter. Potato chips, a thin slice of potato, fried and salted. Simple, except when it's not. Many popular brands aren't made from sliced potatoes at all. They start with potato flakes, flour, starch, mixed with water to make a dough, rolled into a thin sheet, cut into perfect saddle-shaped chips. This is why they stack so perfectly. Not nature, manufacturing. So, there you have it, 14 everyday foods that are hiding some truly disgusting secrets. From hot dogs made of lips and leftovers to salads washed in chlorine, ice cream stabilized with antifreeze components. The food industry has become expert at taking cheap, leftover, downright repulsive ingredients and processing them into something that looks like food and is engineered to taste like food. But it's not about being perfect, it's about being informed. It's about understanding that convenience often comes at a hidden cost. By choosing fresh, whole ingredients and taking a few extra minutes to cook for yourself, you can take back control from the chemical cocktails and processed pastes. If you found this video shocking and informative, please hit that like button and subscribe to Unknown Facts for more eye-opening content. Don't be a donut, stay informed. Now get out of my sight and go cook a real meal.